Alrighty, chat. Thanks for sticking around. We're gonna call that a 3 o'clock break. Why not? Close enough, right? For government work or something. Anyway, appreciate y'all sticking around. Looks like we're having some issues here, so let's get back to it. Hello?
Oh,
What's poppin'?
my joints.
I shouldn't laugh at that, should I? Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that truck stuck back there? That truck might be stuck. So, some good news. He's not stuck. He's just taking his leisure time back there, okay? Just talked to Pops. He's feeling better. And, well, let's put it this way. He took a test and apparently he failed. Or tested negative, I guess, is the better term, right? Did he pass the test then? How's that work? I don't know. So that's good news. We were a little concerned about that one. So, yeah. Buddy, what are you doing?
So he doesn't have the spicy cough.
Yeah, and actually his cough in general is getting a lot better, so.
That's good.
Yeah. Which is funny because he's off tomorrow. They're closed tomorrow. So he just turned his little thing into a 4-day weekend, that's all, you know? 4.5 day, because they only work till noon on Saturdays or 1 or whatever, so. Yeah, that's all. He just took a little 4.5 day weekend. That's no big deal. No big deal. Yeah, that is good news. It is good news. Buddy, I have a trailer on. I would like you not to hit me, okay? Where does a vampire store its money? At a blood bank. Ow. This is going well right now. I really like how this looks. Let's go up here and maybe he'll actually drive next to me. He probably won't. He's just gonna bully us. Why you bullying? Oh, come on. And the trailer can't see him.
You can't see me.
You trying to be Herbert or Gingerbread Man?
Yes. Spin the wheel, take your pick.
Like, which one are we going for? Oh,
I don't know.
I can't turn. There we go. Oh, hey, we did it. We're free. I'm free. Free from the bully. Well, for now anyway. I'm sure I won't be long term, but for right now. Whoa. Whoa. No, again, he doesn't know there's a trailer there. That's the whole problem is AutoDrive does not see the trailer. Yeah. That is the issue. Yeah. Well, hey, we got the semi truck back. I like him. He's works well. Okay, Mickey's already starting on the next field. Sweet. Sweet. Get this kind of cleaned up over here. I'm not worried about all the skippers, but obviously these long rows, that's more than I would like to leave here, so. Okay, something over there must not be connected on auto drive. Just keep on going, Mickey. I'll fix it in a minute. I think I might have. There must have been a waypoint I deleted once upon a time by accident over there too, huh? I would never do such a thing, though, I swear.
Ever.
Nope. Except for every time I've ever done that. Might be a few times. All right, buddy, I need to get over. Excuse me, pardon me, sir. Guess I could hire this guy on this row and go fix that over there real quick. It's only a row of shame here, so. Go see if we can figure it out. Oh. That might be part of the issue. Off over the Badlands back here. So this is one of our landscape projects I was talking about earlier that we need to fix at some point. Because literally the trucks got stuck back here, I think is the issue. Not that auto drive's broken or missing, it's just the trucks got stuck. All right now. Yeah. It's a bit of a project. All right, auto drive's happy now. Auto drive is happy. Storms, you might get an empty truck coming your way, but it's fine. Right?
That's fine. I just filled up the fourth one. So, what was it?
Play.
Number 2? Do we need to start signing them too?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, for doodles. Oh, this truck is my homie. He's my ride or die. He doesn't leave my side. Well, I drive away from him, but he doesn't leave my side. Okay, bye. Oh, man. Yeah, that landscaping project, I would like to get back to that one of these days. One of these days. But we should have so much money come like spring in game next year. We're gonna have all the money. Or at least that's the hope. Anyway. Because we have to sell. We have wheat to sell.
Soybean.
No, soybeans are gone. We did that last night.
Oh, yeah.
We have wheat, straw, all the silage that we're making right now. That's the big one, is the silage. The straw won't be a lot of money. It's a lot of volume. But it won't be a ton of money, which is fine. But it's all about volume with that, with the straw. Here he comes. Let's go. Over here, that's gonna be. I'm very curious to see how much of a trailer load we get on one pass over there. On those long rows that we have. It's gonna be a lot, y'all. It's gonna be a whole lot. So actually, I guess the efficiency of unloading is probably gonna go down now because those bunkers kind of suck to unload, right?
Yeah, but I'll make do.
Yeah. Well, it's a shorter run for the trucks anyway, right? A little bit.
Yeah, depending on which way they take, yeah.
Yeah.
With, I mean, course play, they probably go all the way up to the northeast corner.
No.
And then the southwest corner.
Well, good thing we're not
And
using
then-
course play.
Oh,
Auto drive.
Same difference.
Kind of. Not really.
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
The big thing is if they come out of there and they go right up to the road, like right next to the house, that would improve productivity a lot. If they
So
drive all the way back through the cow barn, that's going to suck.
I just left I saw a truck coming, so I stopped my tractor to block the way. It just ramrodded me like I was even.
That's funny.
It didn't care. I'm like, I thought you guys were supposed to stop, so then I could like jump in and change your destination.
And it wasn't the semi truck, because I figured the semi would do that, not the Volvos.
Nope, Volvo.
That's funny. That's amusing. Meanwhile, back in the grass field, the rig's still running, or the merger, whatever you want to call it. Still running. It's impressive, honestly. Very, very impressive. Things are working right now, which is good. I shouldn't say that too loud, but like, you know, for right this minute, things are going okay. Oh, this hill. Yeah, everything looks normal back here, chat, right? The question is, do y'all, as in chat, want to see that fixed on stream or not? Landard, what's up? Hello. That's the real question of the day. Do y'all want to see me work on that on stream and spend like all 17 million, or should I just do it off stream? Because it's going to be some serious Bob Rossen. Just saying.
Well, buy the cattle barns first. Cattle.
That's true. On stream. All right. Yes, spend it. Wow. Ow. I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be right now. But yeah.
Maybe once you stop, finish that field.
I am on stream. I am still using additives, so I assume I'm capacity wise I'm doing. I don't think I have any in the header on this particular harvester. You want to see the John Rossing? Okay. All right. All about spending money. You betcha. You betcha. You want to watch me suffer? No suffering will occur. It'll be fine. All right. We will do it on stream. We could do, I mean, we could do some of it today. I'm not going to spend all of our money in one shot, you know? Besides, we know this winter, we're going to make absolute bank, so. See, there's the dilemma. Do I spend the money, like, sooner? Or do I wait for, like, early spring to do it, and then, like, see how much money, how much money can we get up to? You know what I mean? Or do I, like, just spend the money that we have? Because, like, a huge, crazy number would be kind of fun to see, you know? Just saying. Cliffhanger, we'll catch you. Have fun trick-or-treating. Or something, you know? Have fun. But yes, I don't know, like, you know. Do we just hold off so we can see, like, a giant total? Is this going to be a healthy number? Or do we just, like, pull the trigger and start landscaping, like, before we make money? That's the real question.
If we go ahead and do the cows, still start producing milk, which will get us more money.
True. True. Always keep some money for the just in case. That's what the loan's for. Boy, if we have to take a loan this far into a map, we're doing something right. Oh, wait, wrong? No, right. We're doing something right, yeah. Definitely doing something right. Oh gosh, we should not have to take a loan at this point in the map, especially since we have 17 mil. If we do something where we need a loan, we are doing it wrong. At this point in this map, this far in. But that's all right. I kind of like having this truck ride around with me forever, but like it's kind of annoying too. But I can always empty into him, unlike the other trucks, so I guess it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. All right, up the hill we go. Mickey's almost made it around. Good. Good. But yeah, so I don't know. And then even like with the cows, like, yeah, they'll start making money, but that's a hell of an investment, you know? So again, I don't know if I want to just like wait and just see how big of a number we can get and then how much we can spend between landscaping and cows. That could be kind of fun, right? Have that all in like the same day. I think that could be fun. I think I'd like to see a total. Like, how much are we going to actually have in our bank once we sell everything we have to sell in the winter? Be kind of cool. It would be cool to see the big number. To see the big number and then to see the big number gone. That's what I'm kind of thinking, Diesel. I think we're going to wait. I mean, obviously, we're busy doing this anyway. I'm not going to go buy cow barns right now anyway, you know?
Well, right now.
Okay. All right. I did test the thing, and, like, the mod's working, so we can have more. I did test that this morning, at least. So that mod definitely does work. But, yeah. Let's put it this way. If we run out of things to do and we have stream left, then I'll start landscaping. But if we don't run out of things to do, then we'll hold off and landscape after we make all of our money. But I'm not going to landscape or buy cows in the snow. Not a fan of playing in the snow in this game, okay? How about that? We did add the Oxbow pack, Dave, for the merger. We sure did. And merger is still running. Oh, goodness. The merger is actually really nice. It's obviously, well, I haven't used the other parts of that DLC yet, but it looks good. It works well. Snow time is the best. No, it's not, Leonard. No, it looks terrible on stream. But I don't like doing it. It messes with the encoding and stuff. Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay. Getting our circles going here. In a minute, which means we got to go down a center pass, and we have the semi with us, chat. You guys know what that might mean. We get to be Ricky Bobby. Not the on fire part, but like the I want to go fast part. Just saying. As long as we keep semi-truck with us, we might get a little turbo boost going on here in a minute. Right. this way. That purple truck's going exactly, but and this pass looks great. I counted the rows. Wait. No, I didn't. Alright, semi truck's heading this way. Let's go. We might go flying off into that landscaping back there. We're flying out of the world at 90 miles an hour. Come on, semi truck. You can do it, buddy. I don't want that purple truck. Purple and black truck. Black and purple, whatever. Not the one that I want. But I think it's the truck I'm gonna get. Dang it. Oh well. He might give us a little speed boost, not a big one. Or he's gonna drive next. Wait, what? Not sure what he's doing. There we go. Speed boost, maybe? No. Not about it. I don't think that truck has enough power to speed boost us. That's alright. Like we are getting the semi truck as well. So actually, if we cheat, we tell this truck to go away, then he's gonna leave us alone. And the semi truck, come on, buddy. I'm here for cheating, chat. I'm here for it. Using the game mechanics to our advantage, right? Auto drive to our advantage, something like that. Now watch him not be squared up, see me, and wrecking ball me as he gets closer. Probably what's gonna happen. Come on. He sure is thinking about his life back there a lot. Maybe. Cue the Jaws theme song, chat. Here we go. It works. Slingshot engaged. And he pushes me so straight too. I like it. He's just locked in. He is thinking about his life choices, right? Not quite as fast, but we were climbing a hill too. I am here for this. That's funny. It's funny to me that I was able to like replicate it, reproduce the speed boost from before. But I was able to make it happen again just by messing with the auto drive guys a little bit. But I'm what are you doing, Storms?
Getting ready to mow the inner field here while I wait for more trucks.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Using Big M?
No.
No?
4320 in the Batwing.
Alright, buddy, you can't just go and park right in front of me. That doesn't accomplish anything. Come on. Figure out your life. Come on, I'm back down to 6 miles an hour. Get out of my way. Oh, so chat, we were talking about those Govee curtain lights the other day, right? How I wanted to put them kind of like above a fence towards the end of my house, you know? I've changed my mind. There's like no weight to those things, and they don't have a way at the bottom to like attach them to anything. And so I feel like if they're just kind of hanging out there in like open air, the wind's really going to affect them. Does that make sense? So what we're actually looking at doing now, they sell these clips that'll hook into vinyl siding. And there's basically 3 spots across the front of my house where there's enough room and there's really like nothing in the way. So it'd be like between the garage door and the windows for the living room, between the like living room door and one of the bedrooms, then between the bedroom windows. So I'm just going to put them on across the front of the house. I'm still going to pin them together in like in the app as one, as if they were all together, so that some of the stuff will, you know, go across like all 3 of them. But I think that's going to look kind of cool, personally. I was hoping for like one big screen, but if I could just guarantee that it was never going to be windy, I would do that. But obviously we're going to have wind over the winter.
And like zip tie the bottom of each strand to something like 2x4 or dowel rod. Or...
I would be kind of nervous doing that. They're not like super stout. Like, they're built well, but they're not super stout. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I mean, you don't need big wire for what it is, so it's tiny wire. So I would be very nervous about tying them at the bottom, because when the wind gets whipping, how much tension are you really putting on that little tiny strand of wire, or 3 strands of wire, you know? So I think just putting them right up against the house, which obviously there's still wind against the front of the house, but like, it'll block out a bunch of wind. So, I mean, if they blow in the wind a little bit, they blow in the wind a little bit. It's whatever. But I think that's what we're going to do. Dad and I literally came home. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? We came home Sunday and, like, stood in our front yard and just, like, looked at everything, you know? And we're like, it would look cool over there all together, but, like, this spot will work, too, and they should look good, so. That's the hope, anyway. Gonna stop when that truck up. Now he can run. So hopefully it all works out. I think it's gonna look good. Like at the farm the other day, we noticed like if we were sitting in the shop, or like, you know, we had it on one end of the shop, we're at the other end. We were only like 18 feet away from it. It looked okay on most of the things, but if we went like another 20 feet away, it looked so much better. So I think like if people are like up by the front door in the front yard, it's going to look terrible. But if you go like down to the street, then it should look pretty good. It's the terrain, Diesel, is what it is. The terrain of this field. This header does not flex. There's no flex to this header at all. So that's probably what's going on there. It's not a big deal. Considering how many liters we have so far and how much we still have to go, if we leave a spot here or there, like over there, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Besides, we can always go back and get it still. Nothing says we have to leave that. That is kind of a big area, but we could hit it crossways and see if we could pick it up. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Totally fine. Yeah. And I thought, while I was talking to Dad, I thought I was making dinner tonight. But I was in there, and I didn't even say anything, and he just goes, "You want Panda Express for dinner?" Okay. Sure. I will definitely take Panda Express for dinner. I don't have to cook. Are you kidding me? Sign me up. I don't care what it is. I don't have to cook. I'm down. Definitely down for that. Right. I could use a truck these days. Where they've all run off to.
I just had an empty one run through here for no apparent reason. And I just emptied one, so
Okay.
you should theoretically be on their way.
You got two. Where's that one going? Is that one turning or is that one going? You got two en route to you right now, it looks like.
I just grabbed the one here that's...
Okay, you got... I see two trucks coming back, yeah. Okay. You got a truck over there still?
Just pulling in.
Yeah, okay. I see you didn't get changed yet, huh?
Nope.
Right. That semi is just a stalking over there. That's alright. We got trucks, should be here in a second. They're up on the main road. Be alright. We'll be fine. I'm gonna have to stop for a minute though. That or I do this. Hey, I'll hold my beer. Watch this. This is what we call a drive-by. Although I did stop. Why did not make you as a semi? Which works better anyway, so. Oh, buddy. Way too much speed for GPS and rear steering. Way too much. Alright. See, now we can keep harvesting. Oh, man. Shot I already did, man. I took it just before 3 o'clock. I had to go. We're chilling now. We are chilling. Normally it's a late break. Today it was an early one, you know? Fine. Everything is fine. Yep, we're on WESTBY 4X. We've done a lot of customization to this map. These fields were all set up on like strips and contours like over here where it's like, you know, 125 is everything that's green. So it's like multiple. Kind of interesting. All of our fields were like that. We've obviously we've done a lot of work to them to make them into kind of we'll say normal fields so that we can have bigger fields and stuff. We've done a lot of landscaping on this map. Normally I don't do that much, but we've done a ton. That's been interesting, we'll say. Interesting's a good way to put it, right? Yeah, very expensive. Which is why we have so much money. We still have landscaping I want to accomplish before we're done here. We are going to be on this map till the DLC comes out, and then we'll be switching over to that when it comes out, which I always forget when it comes out, so I don't know how much longer we have here. Got a little while yet. And that's all right. Like that hill right there, yeah. Yeah, it needs to get fixed up a bit. That's okay. I'm from the interesting state of Missouri. I live just outside of St. Louis, and I do not farm IRL. I did grow up around a farm though. November 18th, it could be. It could be. So we got a little time yet on here. Yeah, we got 3 more. The 18th's a Saturday, so wouldn't be then. So my grandpa was a farmer and so on and so on and so on back through there, right? And I grew up going to the farm all the time and stuff, and yeah. 14th, crops and hogs. All right. You're not sure why you play this game, gotcha. Hey, the merger's done. Let's go. 14th. Thanks, Kimmy. But yeah, so I grew up going to the farm all the time and stuff, and my grandpa retired back in 95, had sale in 96, but we still had the farm, you know, he still owned the farm. And then he passed away in 2005, and the farm was sold shortly after. Now, my dad was able to keep 5 acres. So we still have the, like, the buildings and stuff, like, you know, the one, our big shed was built in 1918. Part of it was the center part. So, like, we have garden, basically, a big garden. We grow about an acre or so of pumpkins every year. And we got some old tractors and stuff we like to mess with, you know. Oh, yeah. It's a good time. Just got done with corn last week. Nice. Very nice. My dad and I have been rehabbing this old Alice Chalmer Model B for the last year. Pretty much done now. There's always going to be little things to mess with. Like it leaks a little more oil than I would like out of the governor shaft, but that's fine. Can't really do much about that. There's a few things that need to be addressed still, but for the most part, it's good to go. But yeah. For the most part. You had an AC catch fire last year? That's not good. That's not good at all. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? Sitting at the manure pit next to a hog barn. Wow. Wow. Good that merger's finally done. Finally. So we have all that grass to pick up too, chat. Oh, brother. You guys might get a choose your own adventure question when we get done with this field. Do we want to go back and pick up grass or keep working on this? But that's after we get done with the field. We'll decide that. How about that, chat? So if we switch back to grass, it's going to be real. It's going to be real. Those are double windrows merged up, or double mowing, and using that merger to put everything into giant windrows. And they are giant. All right, buddy, just could you just that's all it takes, and you can get them full, and then they can leave you alone. And get the next truck, but there is no trucks right now, so one's doing a lap through the shop. It looks like that dude's crawling for some reason. Not sure what he's doing there. About to turn in there, I think, actually. Fine. We'll be okay. So yeah, but before, it's been over a year ago now, but before then, like, we didn't have any Alice Chalmers, or we didn't mess with them or anything, and within 3 months, 3 tractors kind of fell into our lap, and well, we acquired 3 new tractors for the farm last year. New being a relative term, of course. New to us, tractors. One's from 47, one's from 49, and one's from 53. So, definitely not new, but new to us. You have 3 also, nice. Oh, we got a B, a C, and a CA. So they're the little guys, little 18 horsepower tractors. But they're fun. Fun to mess with. You know, they're fun to work on. They're so simple. That's the thing that I like about them. They're very, very simple to work on and stuff. So yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're a good time. I've really enjoyed our time working on them and stuff. And it's amazing how many parts are available out there in the world too. That one website, DGS Tractor Parts, I think it is. Yeah, all kinds of stuff from them. Okay, I really need a truck. I ain't got one. Okay, what's this guy? This guy's full. Mickey's got his too. So that's fine. We'll go get that merger off the horseplay so that we don't have to see it. Actually, might leave him on courseplay. Might rake the end rows again. So we'll leave the course loaded. How many old ones are still around and working well? Yeah. Look at these windrows, chat. And I turned that thing down to 10 meters. This is a 12-meter merger. Turned it down to 10, and it still left skippers everywhere. That's unfortunate. Oh. The farming is going well. Let's map it. We have any auto drive? Okay. The farming is going. We're doing it, you know? We're doing it. He's got the semi-truck. Okay, hang on. Slingshot engaged. Let's go. There's no other trucks here right now, so I gotta do something. Need to get emptied out, y'all. This is WESTBY, Wisconsin. Good old WESTBY. It's a fun map. It's a different map, that's for sure. It's over. There now he's. It's been a good map for us though. I've enjoyed our time here. We've played a lot of hours now. Actually, can I tell you how many, or did it log me up there? We're at about 400 hours now, and that's with at least one person in for those 400 hours. There's a lot of hours where there's more than one of us, of course. But yeah. Hello? Thought somebody was out here, chat. It's the wind. I haven't played on that one yet. It actually is a 19 map that came out for 22. It has a lot of, we'll say, quirks to it. It has a lot of things that should probably be fixed, but I don't believe the map maker was going to fix any of them. So, like the invisible map out in front of us. There is a fixed version out there for that, but it doesn't have the custom textures of the map. So, like, doesn't have the custom soybeans or the custom grass or any of that stuff, which is very unfortunate. So, we just decided to stick with this version of the map. Plus, we were pretty far into it, and we found out about that other one that would have that issue fixed. But we were pretty far into it, so we just decided to stay here. It's a texture issue, obviously. It is what it is. Yeah, we got some good hours in it. We own a fair bit of land, I feel like, because it is a 4X map. Now, plot number 1's kind of the common ground that you own, like, when you start. I guess we really haven't purchased that much land looking at it like that. If you look at it where you can see it all, it's like, yeah, that's a lot of land. But if you highlight that out, then, yeah, still a fair bit of land. Still a fair bit, considering it's a 4. A lot of land. I think last time we harvested soybeans on all of our ground, except for this field down here that's grass. We did everything else. I think it took us like 5 hours and for most of that we had 7 combines running. Now they weren't all able like to stay empty all the time. They did stop here and there, but like for the most part it was 7 combines. That takes it's a while. And I know we could just get big modded like faster, you know, we could do all that, but I prefer not to. Yeah. Been fun to see the plugger baler dig into the grass windrows. I don't know that you could do that because your tractor would have to drive on the windrows. I don't know how well that would work at all. We could try it. So these fields, we've plowed together a lot of fields and pasture lands and grasslands, and I mean, the fields are supposed to look more like this. This map is basically a Google image of like, you know, WESTBY, Wisconsin. And then they just like put a map on top of it. So it's supposed to be all strips and contours and waterways and a lot of pasture land and stuff like that, like it is in real life. So that's what it's supposed to be, and we've kind of done a lot of work plowing fields together and some landscaping that needs to be worked on still, but that's fine. So we've done a lot of work to this map ourselves. A lot of work. Even done some stuff in Giants Editor. Moved some telephone poles and houses, stuff like that in Editor. Some mailboxes went away. My first time ever messing with Editor was on this map. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Just gonna get to the end, then we'll tell him to go on, do his thing. Fill him up. Once we get down here. Maps with big fields are more fun. I agree. I like maps with bigger fields, typically. You know, looking at this map, I was like, this map is, it's wild. You know, the way the farms were set up, the fields were set up to begin with, and stuff is so just not how we play. You know, because typically we are the bigger fields, square fields, you know. Lots of course play, lots of auto drive, which we're using auto drive right now. But that's typically how I play. So coming on a map with the fields that, you know, looked like this, where it's like, that's field 20 or like 19. Everything that's soybeans here is field 19, all the way up here and down here. And it's all divided by grass. Like, that's just, it's wild. It was fun to play though. I mean, we definitely did, you know, run the strips and the contours and all that stuff for a little while. And then it's like, all right, break out the plows, boys. Let's go. Let's cut some trees down, break out the plows. Let's get some real fields going here. And there's probably, before we're done with this map, there's probably going to be some more of that going on too, if I had to guess. Like, we kind of bought these 2 plots of land last night, 12 and 13. And we're going to put some cow barns up here in like the 86 area, but we have the rest of this to do whatever we want with. So, like, if the ground's feasible and doesn't require too much landscaping, I could see taking out trees and trees and trees and trees and trees and trees and coming all the way over here to this edge of the map and just making from the edge of the map over here to like 87 just a stupid big field. I could see it. Or like this plot down here. Same thing. There's really nothing out here. There's like, I don't think there's any buildings. Just make a big field out of it. So
I did find one like abandoned home and barn.
Oh really?
Down there in the middle of the trees, but
we can always work around that. Oh. Fly team speak. You heard it?
Huh?
You squeaked really bad.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, chat.
One of these days I'll get through puberty.
Is that the problem?
I don't know.
Because it does seem to be it's a you problem lately. Maybe I squeak too. I don't know. I can't hear it. No.
I've heard caught it a couple times. Hasn't been like real bad, but noticeable.
Yeah. That was bad when it happened a minute ago. It was pretty gnarly. Alright. Oh, we missing. We missing. Can do that, chat. I know, I apologize, Art. We've been using TeamSpeak forever for communication, and for some reason here, like in the past couple months, it's kind of been garbage. It seems better lately. A bunch of us are running the TeamSpeak 5 client, and it seems to help. Productions right now, all we have is like a TMR maker. Stuff like that. We don't have any other productions going right now. Added a radio chirp when anybody talks. That would be interesting. I feel like that would get annoying sometimes.
Yeah. I was about to say, that would probably get real annoying real fast.
Well, if it was like the in-game, you know what? Maybe that's what we should do, Storms. Just go talk in the server. FarmSim has voice chat.
Yeah, but isn't it only proximity?
No.
No, thought it was.
Is it?
I don't know.
I've never used it.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I've never used it once.
Always had Discord or TeamSpeak.
Yeah, we always used TeamSpeak, yeah. You use push to talk? Gotcha. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. I could see it for like if I was playing with people and we weren't streaming. You know, on stream I feel like it'd get annoying. As much as I talk, I'd just be chirping constantly for everybody, and that would just get annoying. Yeah, we've messed with this map. Has the corn dryer. It's not the dry corn mod from the mod hub. It's this map has it itself. We've done some dry corn. We actually, you've used the mod for that first. Gotcha. We actually just Saturday we harvested wheat all day. That was our like 5-hour, 6-hour harvest, whatever it turned out to be. And I'll show you here in a second. Let me get turned on this row here. Burnt down for what? Okay, so the other day, all of this did not happen on stream. The guys stayed with it and got it done after stream. We have 26.9 million straw, and I think we had just a little bit of that before. But still, we picked up probably 25 million straw the other day, so that is going to be not quite all of it, but a whole bunch of that is going to be sold whenever it's winter in the game. Whenever we get to that point. Whenever that is. We're not sure when that's going to be, but whenever that is, we're going to be selling all of it off, or most of it. What do we have for wheat stored? 3.3. We're gonna be selling all that too in the winter. That is a lot of straw, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Tonna Lagomine just resubscribed for 22 months. Howdy, howdy.
Howdy. Howdy. Thanks for the resub. What's poppin'? How's it going? Oh, don't bully me. Don't bully me, bro. Bro. He must see a road to my left that I can't see. And that's why he's getting a little crazy. Probably what it is. The hill drift, which, you know, although it'd be the other way, but, you know. Alright.
Oh, great.
But
I just got a snow alert.
oh,
Joy.
nah. A snow alert, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Arms is gonna get some winter weather. Gotta love that, right?
Oh, yes. I love that for me.
Yeah, I love that for your back, especially, right?
Yeah.
All the issues you have going on there. So you gonna hire Shane to come shovel your driveway?
Yeah.
Shane,
Drive like 3 or 4 hours across the state and come shovel my driveway for me. Like,
you
no
know of all
thanks.
people, he'd probably do it too, right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. That would be funny. That would be amusing. Alright. Let's fill the truck. I can back up faster than he can back up, so I can just back up a little bit, get him full, he can go do his thing. We're chilling, you know? We're chilling. No, we play one for all and all for one. How far north is he? Oh, you're south of a bunch of Canadians. Or wait, you're north of a bunch of Canadians, right, Stars? Something.
I will smite thee. I'm south of Canada.
There's some of Canada that's north of you. Or, I mean, south of you, right? A little bit.
There's a direct line south? No.
Oh. Well, no, not like that, but like... Yeah. Starms is, you know, I don't want to say... If you want to say it, you can. I don't care.
South of Detroit.
Yeah, he's in Detroit area. There you go. In the Detroit area. You know, Sean, he knows my address, too, so I gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I should be careful. Just saying. Although with his back, I'm not that scared. Can you know, how are you wielding a chainsaw right now, Starms?
Oh, get enough adrenaline going. I'll be alright.
Massachusetts? Alright. Boston, Mass. Alright. We know some other people out that way. Out in the Boston area, I do believe. Somewhere out that way. Very nice. Starms does drive-bys for fun, too. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. There better not be snow up here. Oh, Sean, you'll get some. You'll get some. Don't worry. Hour south of Boston. All right. Pretty sure we know somebody that lives like in Boston. Somewhere around Boston. Not exactly sure. Somewhere over there. They said it was staying south. I got you, Sean. Okay. Sean's definitely north of a lot of Canadians right now. Sean might as well be in Canada, right? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. So what's your little snow alert? How much snow they talking there, Storms?
Oh, let me see.
I'm opening my weather so I can make you jealous. Kindly ask that you come and retrieve the gold. Wow. Because the only precipitation for us is going to be like next Monday, and it's going to be rain. Yeah. Oh, there is quite a low pressure system. Looks like it's centered around Chicago right now. It looks like a dang old hurricane up there.
Yeah, I go to click on more details, and it's like, subscribe to premium to see these details.
Oh.
It's like,
Lows in the low 20s and nice few nights. 26 for us tonight, Sean. And then after that, we don't freeze again, actually, for a while. Next 10 days after that, we don't freeze. So it's going to be nice here. 24, that's mid 20s. 23 would be low 20s. Sorry. 49 in Massachusetts right now. Nice. Where are our trucks at?
alright, sent 2 back. Working on the 3rd one right now. That's all that's here.
Okay. I just don't have one anywhere near me, and I was a little concerned. That is all. One there. Mickey's got 2, it looks like, kind of. Where's that one going? When you send them back, how do they go back?
Out the side road there.
Why,
Where are they going?
There's one, like... Oh, no, he's turning into where you're at. Never mind. My bad. My bad. Semi-truck's at the sell point? Yes, it is. Huh. Interesting. Storms will get it, I'm sure, here in a second, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll let I know it's there.
Yeah. I'm on short roads, so that it helps. We're fine right now. Short. I'll go get all the other trucks out. The little guys. Have more trucks driving around out here, and you know what to do with. Let's go. Number 1 for winter prep. That is... Alright, that's interesting. The more you know, right? That's kind of cool. So what goes into that? What do you do for winter prep? Is like, I just put on like a long sleeve shirt. Yeah, right, Sean, right? But like, what do you have, like canned food and like candles, or I don't know what you do to prepare for that. I mean, we get like cold weather and snow in like Missouri here, don't get me wrong. But like our thing is when they're forecasting snow, everybody goes insane at the grocery stores for milk, bread, and eggs. Because apparently people want French toast while they're stuck in their house. Yeah, no.
I mean, I can't blame them. French toast is delicious.
It is. You ever make, what are those? I forget what they're called. Monte Cristos, maybe?
No idea.
At least Mom used to call them that. It's basically French toast, but you make like a ham and Swiss sandwich inside of your French toast. Like you make French toast and then you make a sandwich with 2 pieces of French, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like Swiss and ham. Here, ham and
Never heard
Swiss.
of that.
And it's super good. Super, 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 super good. So, yeah. Pounds of rock salt. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. They lose power. How are you supposed to make French toast? Blowtorch.
Fire.
Light a fire outside your house, obviously. Away from your house as far as possible.
Unless you have a fireplace.
Real. Camping stove?
Yep.
Maybe an electric car when it catches fire? Or,
That's like
maybe
a
they're
2 month
John
long
Deere.
fire.
Maybe they're John Deere tractor owners. All the fire you could ever want, right? At John Deere Green. Oh, chat. I joke. It's a joke. They all burn. They all burn. Just saying. Only had 2 state of emergencies in the last 2 years. That's not bad, right? Yeah, even Alice. Alice will burn too. They all burn. They all burn. That's mechanical. There's electric. It's silly electrical, let's be honest. Alright, chat, I'm pouring a beverage right now. Stand by. I really want to empty my truck or my trailer. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. If they went... one was not in winter. Okay. Hire a French person to make them toast. Is that how French toast is made? I've always wondered. This is going well. Let's just go continue harvesting. He'll come to us eventually. My goodness. I've always wondered, Infinity. Thank you for clarifying that.
Sent one away, empty another one, then I'll get the semi after that.
Yeah. Just I was on short roads, so like they don't like to pull up next to you on shorties. Just saying. Okay. Last tornado scare. Okay. Oh, and then Buddy's gonna drive right into me too. Come on. That truck do something. Go. Thank you. If that truck gets a little cozier right there, we might be able to make this work. That's not quite what I had in mind, but fine. That trailer's like 8 ways of broken right now. And these trucks are not helping life right now. But we're filling the truck, not my trailer, so it's okay, right? Or something. There we go. That truck has to shift and we just drive away from it. Not about it at all. Kind of funny. So how full are those bumpers?
I'm almost done with one.
Nice. That's good. I'm just gonna keep driving. I'm not gonna stop if I get full here. I didn't get full. Thought for sure I was going to. Wow. All right, buddy, just hold tight for a second. There you go. Who's a big boy? Come on, go. Get out of here. Buddy, you're full. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, he's doing 360s. 360 no scopes. No scopes only, chat. Remember those days back in the Halo 2 days where you'd play custom games with your buddies and then you'd play like snipers only but like no scopes? But it was basically the honor system. You just kind of had to be like, yeah, I'm not using my scope. I did every time. From like across the map, you betcha. You know, nobody was streaming, so like, you know, you my word against theirs, you know. I was that person, chat. Like way back in the day when we first got Halo 2, we had the original Xbox hooked up in our bedroom. My bedroom, I shared it with my brother. You know, when you grow up in a big family, you have to share bedrooms. And we had it hooked up to this old, like, 26-inch old CRT TV that weighed about 1,000 pounds, you know. And my two of my buddies would come over, and the four of us would sit there and play Halo all the time, like against each other. I guess that was Halo 1, actually. Yeah, driving around Blood Gulch, you know. And well, my one buddy and I, we would screen peek like crazy, and then we would, you know, suddenly win every game we played. It was kind of weird, you know. Kind of weird. Welcome in. What's poppin'? It was kind of strange, but you know. You couldn't fire when you weren't scoped in, yeah. Yep. But yeah, those were the... And then once we got Halo 2, because like my brother used to get mad, because like he would lose, you know. Because my buddy and I were dirty screen peekers, but like whatever. Yeah, my brother would get mad, and then like my dad would send the buddies away, you know. Like, yeah, time for them to go. So once we got Halo 2 and we could play online and like the four of us could team up against people, that was the strat then, you know. I mean, there were still arguments that happened, but it was nowhere near as bad because we were all working together. So mostly those arguments were like, hey, idiot, why'd you, you know, drop the flag? Pretty much the way those went. Yeah, it was a good time though. Kind of miss those days in a way, you know. Miss the old Halo LAN party days. Back when playing video games could actually be like IRL social events. Just saying. It was pretty fun. Although, what did I see the other day? I think I saw a TikTok where these dudes had a bunch of like TV set up and they were all playing Farm Sim. I was like, yes. Everybody in one room. Could you imagine how much fun that would be? I'm here for it. I used to love the old LAN parties. We used to LAN party all the time. Xbox LAN parties, way back in the day. We would do a little bit of PC LAN partying, but Xbox LAN parties were, it was just so easy. It was like easy just to like throw all your Xbox stuff in like a gym bag or something. Just take it to your buddy's house or whatever. It was very, very easy to do that. And it was a ton of fun too. Tons of fun. And then I was like, oh, I'll buy like a computer monitor that I could take with me. You know, just for gaming. Gaming over at Fred's house, you know. I was that guy. I was that guy. We used to take our Xbox and stuff and set it up out in oh my goodness, guys. This is not working, y'all. We used to set up over at my buddy Casey's house. He has a screened-in porch on his back of his house. Kind of, it's like a deck that got screened in many years ago. We used to, on like a cool spring or fall night, we used to go play Xbox in there. Xbox or PlayStation, you know, nice open air, but like no bugs because it was all screened in. It was the strat, man. It was fun. It was a good time. Or one time we were told to like go play outside, right? So we're going to show you parents, okay, we're going to play outside. We set up a TV and our PlayStation outside, out in our backyard. We had like one of those little pop-up canopy things, little tent. Well, not really a tent because it didn't have sides. And we like put that out there and like, all right, we're outside. Playing Crash Bandicoot and stuff, you know. That was, yeah, we were those kids, all right? The good old days. The good old days. They might fix themselves over there. That red truck is consistently a bully today. Like, just all the time, a bully. Oh well. All right, you got two trucks approaching Storms. One's about to turn off the main road right now.
Alrighty.
I haven't seen the semi in like a year. Oh wait. Never mind. That didn't age well. He just pulled up nice to me. I haven't seen him in forever. Oh wait. It's because he's next to me. He used to skateboard and ride a bike. I never could skateboard. I tried. I had the balance of a, I don't know, a toddler, a drunk toddler. Yeah. Yeah, the balance of a drunk toddler. Not that I would know what that is. You know what I mean. Balance was not my thing. Just saying. Now you put me on like one of them little oh, what was it called back in the day? Like the Razor scooters, you know? Y'all remember those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was chilling on that thing. Wasn't even mine, I just kind of borrowed it. Never did buy one. The best was the neighbor kid. The kid that got kicked out of the neighborhood for cooking meth. He used to take he had a scooter. Okay. Can't do roller skates. I used to rollerblade back in the day. I wouldn't even think about rollerblading today. I'm like fat now. That fall's gonna hurt, you know. Back in the day, I was just fat enough where I would bounce, you know. That's simply not the case right now. Mickey, I'm going down this side because it works better. For the record. It just does. It works better to have him on the left side. All right, we're both good. That's fine. But the kid that got kicked out of our neighborhood for cooking meth when he was a teenager, before that, when he was still a decent, you know, kid, he would take a scooter, ride down our buddy's driveway next door here, and there's pretty good slope to their driveway. And he would always make sure there was a car coming. And he was far enough in front of the car where the car didn't even have to slow down. But he would ride full speed down the driveway and crash into the curb on the other side and just jump out into the person's yard. Would I be stuck like a turtle? Wow. Probably. But yeah, he used to do that. And it was so funny. It used to crack us up to no end. And like, cars would like stop and give you a dirty look and then just keep going. Like we'd all be hiding in like the garage or behind the bushes that he used to have in front of his house or something like that. We'd all be hiding and just laughing like little girls, you know. It was so much fun. It was hilarious. Oh yeah, good times, good memories. Good memories. Yep, actually rollerblades, fun fact. I got my first rollerblades, and at the time, I don't remember how old I was, but at the time I could not tie my shoes. I remember not being able to tie my shoes, right? Rollerblades is how I learned how to tie shoes. Because I had to, you know, lace up my blades. Nah, this is fine, Mickey. I was going to turn around, but we're good. It just works better to have them on the left side. That's all I'm saying. Right side, it just doesn't work. Have I ever snowboarded? No.
I've never snowboarded either, but I have taken snowboards, attached them to the bottom of the couch, and rode that down the hill.
How? Snowboards on a couch. All right. Sounds like fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Until you had to push it back up the hill.
You found right side's better? No, left side's way better for me, Mickey. So, way better on my left. My left, truck's right. If that makes sense. I don't really have a lot of like stories that involve snow. Because we don't get a ton of it here. You know, we don't get a lot. Get a snow scooter. Nice. I mean, there were definitely a few times where we've like gone to the farm and, you know, hooked somebody up on a rope behind a 4-wheel drive vehicle and, you know, did some redneck sledding. Yeah, that was fun. One of my brothers used to have a Durango, 4-wheel drive Durango. And, well, we went to the farm once and he made me drive, which was fine. And he was on a sled and he just kept yelling faster. I was like, all right. I think we went 50 miles an hour with him on a sled. Yeah. Snowboard with the handlebars. Yeah, I remember seeing those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were going 50 and he was on the tow rope. Not recommended yet. But he had fun and I had a great time. You know, everybody was able to walk away and nobody got hurt. Everything was hunky-dory. We were fine. Just a little dangerous, though. That's all right. It was fun, right? It's okay. I just remember being like, are you serious? You want me to go how fast? No way. Yeah, like...
In it to win it.
It's like, okay. I should have had, like, the 9 and the 1 pushed on my phone, you know? Just ready. I don't even know if I had a phone back then, actually. It was a long time ago. Long time ago. I pulled a tree down with that Durango once. When he bought his property up in northern Missouri, he wanted to cut down a bunch of like half-dead trees and stuff. And we were up there one time. We like just got there on like a Friday evening. And he's like, come on, jump in the Durango. We're gonna pull this tree down. I'm gonna cut it. You're gonna pull it. I'm like, all right. It is dangerous to wake up and get out of bed, yeah. And we hooked like 200 feet of rope behind that thing, and he started cutting, and he gave me the head nod, and I floored it. It was great. It was great. Hitting a 20-foot hill. No, thank you. No, thank you. No way. But yeah, it was that was fun pulling that tree down that time. Was a good time. The cleanup for the next 3 days was not fun. But the actual cutting the tree down was great. That was quite quite a good time. That's all right. I don't think that truck likes the hill. It should be fine. We'll turn around then empty. It'll be all right. Actually about to have to change all the auto drive storms. There's a pass left on this field.
Where do you want me to send these guys?
Chat, it's time for another choose your own adventure. Chat, choose your own adventure time. Do we keep working on corn or do we switch to grass pickup? It's kind of the same job, but, you know, in a different field.
Either way, it looks like you need to stop and refill your silage additives.
I do, actually, yeah. So, corn or grass, chat? That is the question. Choose your own adventure time. Let's go. We obviously have plenty of fields of corn, but we have that giant field of grass that needs to be cleaned up as well. So, it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. No, Infinity, no. No. Grass plugger bales. I wasn't planning on baling it, but we could run a few bales just to see what it does. Yeah. Sean, it's all going to silage, so it doesn't matter. It all needs to get done, and it's all going for silage. But we can run a few bales just to see what that baler does with those giant windrows. I'm curious now too. To be honest, what it'll do. We can try that. You know, it helps when you don't hit the wrong button and change the tip side of your trailer and then wonder why it's not unloading. Because it was set to unload through the tailgate, not the spout.
Where do you want these? 58 or hold on to them for now, or
58, yeah. Yep, go ahead and send them down that way. We have a baler, right?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Probably in the barn.
Up here?
The one over here by the bunkers.
Down at the cow farm.
Yep.
At cow farm. All right, we'll run a few bales just to see what it does. Because I'm curious. I won't lie. I am. So we can always run that through a storage building to make it loose again. And still dump it in its grass into the piles. All right, so we'll get this done. This row, we'll head to the shop. We'll refill our additive. Grab that baler and do just a windrow or two of bales just to see what it does. Because I'm curious too. It's gonna just make Bill vomit. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully the problem that I see is driving over that giant windrow, the tractor. Baler should handle it fine. It's the tractor. Yeah, but pull the baler. Might be the issue. But it'll be alright. Oh, truck, not like this. Truck, not like this. Don't do this to me. Thank you. It's because there was a skipper and he's like getting weird about it, you know. But it's all good. Just get a quad track. I don't think a quad track will do it. And we have quads. We have you name it. We pretty much have buds. We have Deers, a Massey with all the horsepower in the world. I think it's just going to be
the horsepower.
Do it.
Almost all the horsepower.
Oh no, it's got it all.
Oh no, I've got more.
Do you though?
15,000.
You have 15,000.
You saw what I named it, right?
No.
It's on plan.
Oh, wow. I didn't pay attention to it.
Baseball practice.
Gotcha. Alright, let's hold that up. Let's go. And fold that. Nope, wrong button. We do have a big button. We do. It's actually sitting right there in that shed. Yeah. I just think it'll be a ground clearance issue more than anything, guys, you know? It's not a power issue. It's gonna be a ground clearance issue. But hey, that's just my opinion. My thoughts on it. Alright, Starnes, I am sending all the trucks around. So at least they can go somewhere besides this field. No, it's not the pumpkin. We got rid of the pumpkin. That's the other bud, Sean. I don't know what he did. I don't know. I would be curious to put that, like, get the Borgo Storms, the big Borgo, right? 2 of them.
Yeah.
And put your deer up against the Massey. Put them side by side in the field, like on the same hill. And do like a speed comparison, you know?
Alright.
Like which one will pull the hill better.
We can do that.
Because I wonder, because I don't know. I mean, having all that horsepower is just a number, right? There's other numbers that need to be, you know? Yeah. I'm sure you've tweaked those too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing if I go in there, so I'm not going to question too much, you know?
Well, I watched a YouTube video, so I'm basically an expert now.
Did you stay at Holiday Inn last night?
No, the night before.
Oh. I don't... There's not a tractor in farm sim that'll clear this, guys. You guys don't realize how big these windrows are, right? Just throwing that out there. These windrows are stupid big, y'all. Like, just hang tight. You'll see. Don't worry. We'd have to get some kind of big, like, mud tractor to be able to actually, like, clear these windrows. They're huge, y'all. They're huge. Just saying. I'll probably go grab the cloths. The big cloths.
I was grabbing my John Deere.
Part of that. That's fine. Whatever. Whatever's there. No, the 8RX will not clear it. Nope. 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 They're giant. I think y'all understand how big these windrows are. Oh, man. Crazy, stupid, big. That's how big they are. Just, we need like a sprayer, yeah. Not with that attitude. You're right, Leonard. You're right. You know.
Well, Leonard, why don't you come in here and show us how it's done?
He's at work. Who needs to clear it when you can push it down the road, right? Yeah, we need a sprayer with a drop hitch. That's exactly what we need. And then it would be on, like, peopleofwalmart.com, you know? Because it would look so weird.
Tractors of Walmart.
Tractors of Walmart parking lot.com. If that's not a website, it probably should be. Because you know Bub is taking his tractor to the Walmart, you know? Just saying. If you were home, you would. Okay. Leave you a windrow. I have, you know, you could just lumberjack a tractor up in the air and oh.
I'm just driving down the windrow right now.
Is it actually working?
I haven't started the baler, but just driving down the windrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's work.
You're compacting it.
Cool.
Getting the air out of it, right?
Sure. Sounds good to me.
It'll bail better that way. That or you're trying to clean the oil off the bottom of your tractor. I'm not sure which one.
Yes.
All right. All right, y'all. When is this? 58. Got a whole cluster of trucks going on down here. All right, where are you at?
Like 2 rows in. Here by Mickey.
Oh, you're over there. Oh. Okay. Stand by for, you know, impact or something. Oh, I gotta change headers too. What am I doing? Trying to pick up grass with a corn head, you know? That ain't gonna work. Definitely not going to work. Just that garage door, man, it's tough. Tough. We have like all the headers for these things right now. I'm here for it. Got a traffic jam going on over here. Stuff still going around the rodeo here. I think that truck, yeah, okay. Semi truck actually has stuff in what it is. All right. All right, they're over here somewhere. Let's go find them, chat. I see them. I see them over here. Oh, God. See, these windrows are just a little small. Actually, these are tiny windrows. No big deal, right? It's not. Oh, wait, hang on, Storms. Storms, hang on. Your tires aren't touching the ground, Storms.
Touching silence is good enough. Hey,
Oh, my God. Look at the bales. So as I suspected, no issues with the windrow as far as the baler's concerned, right? Like,
Lag. You guys get lag from that too?
yeah, I just felt massive lag, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, this is what's going on. Sorry about the garage door. Alright, I don't know how many bales you actually want to make here. Whatever, gotta clean them up, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's up. That would have been the way to run the bale challenge, huh?
Yep.
I'll take over
Right.
here if you want. Do it. That's a lot of bales for that little. Oh man, and this is only windrows of. How many did I do? How many things? Can't tell.
I don't know.
Do it.
But I don't know.
I don't know either. 1, 2, 6, maybe 6. Yeah, these are windrows of plans of 6. Is what this is. Jeepers. Jeepers me. Wait a minute. Is this the modded head? I thought the modded head let us go faster, right?
Let me look.
That was like 9 or 11. I mean,
Well, you are also going uphill.
yeah, I'm on flat ground now though.
User joined your channel.
Same speed.
Yeah, 3.6 wide, 11 miles per hour.
Do we own regular headers still?
Um,
I bet we do. I bet we do.
1.
I bet I have the one. Left, I know you're so heartbroken, right? How was your drive last night, Left? Hopefully it went well. Hey, Starbs, did you go in the shop? Sell that one that we own. The old one. The in-game one.
Yep.
I got a partial truck, if nothing else. Already? I'm assuming
What?
that's about to disappear, no? Maybe?
If I can find the tab. I'm looking in here and it doesn't even show anything for forage harvester heads. Just under headers? Oh,
That's right there. Forge harvester. So we own one, right? So it's this one. I got it. Oh wait, it was that one.
oh, I see it now.
Yeah. All right. Uneventful. That's good. Left. Okay. Probably need to pick those bales up, huh? I think they're gonna cause problems for our trucks.
I got a pail trailer hooked up, so
You do what?
I got a pail trailer already hooked up.
All right. I ain't gonna argue.